Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today's recipe is gonna be Waakye stew for our Waakye. Now ingredients for this stew is gonna be our red snapper right here. We have some tripe, then assorted meat. Here you can use any meat of your choice. I have my tomato paste, I have anise, I have hot curry, ground hot chili or pepper. I have some cloves, some salt, grounded shrimp, my onions soaking in water. And as you can see, there's a lot of onions. The reason why I love this stew so much is it needs or demands a lot of onions. And y'all know my love for onions. Then we have our tomatoes here, our scotch bonnet, maggi. We have some ginger, garlic. Y'all know what time it is. It's about to go down. Now we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off by getting our meats ready to be cooked. And as I mentioned earlier on, you can cook this stew with any meat that you want: pork, goat, lamb, turkey, whatever that you got. Next step is to prep the vegetables that will aid us in cooking our meats. So we have our onions, our ginger, some garlic, and our scotch bonnet. And next we're gonna add some anise to it, and some cloves. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of water and it's ready to blend. So I'm gonna add in our meats. I'm not gonna add the tripe because tripe is a little bit chewy, and I want to cook it some more. So I'm not gonna add the tripe. So I'm gonna throw in some onions.
Set the chant, it must be the great SP alongside Tami, girl. I'm all on you.
So once our meats has this golden brown color, you don't know what time it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out and put it aside. Now you don't necessarily have to coat the fish with the flour mixture, but I like my fish solid. It's just my preference. So now that I'm done frying my meats and my fish, into the same oil that I used in frying the meats and the fish, I'm gonna pour in our blended vegetables, which is the scotch bonnet, onion, garlic, and ginger. And we're gonna give it a stir. And this is on medium heat. We're gonna let this cook for about 10 minutes. Now, one thing you should get is Waakye stew could take an hour. So you need to have patience with this. Like if you want it to come out exactly the way you see it on the streets, it's a process. You should have patience. After letting it fry for about 10 minutes, it's time to add in tomato paste. And we're going to give it a gentle stir. Be very gentle with this because you don't want to splatter this anywhere on yourself because that will hurt. As I said earlier on, this is a long process, so you should be you should have patience, exercise some patience with it. You don't have to rush it to get the best Waakye stew. You don't know what time it is. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you so much to my subscribers. When I started this, I had no idea what was going to happen, but you're stuck with me, and now we over 700 subscribers, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know how to put it, but I really appreciate all the love. So now, as it begins to pop, we're gonna cover it and leave it to cook for about 10 more minutes. After letting it fry for another 10 minutes, we're gonna add in our already cooked tomatoes. Then, because it's already cooked, it's not gonna take long to get it all together. Just look at that. Our stew is popping up. So at this stage, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in the tripe that I put away, because this takes a while to cook. I mean, to soften up. And I want my tripe very soft. So I will incorporate it in my stew now. Alrighty, so we're gonna let this sit and cook for about 15 minutes. Y'all know what time it is. Just look at that. I'll watch the stew popping up. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our maggi. And our grounded shrimp goes in next. And we're gonna stir gently. Our stew is really coming together. This stage, you should have your heat on low, very low. So now we're gonna cover it and leave it to cook for 5 more minutes. Then we move on to the next step. So next, we're gonna add in our stock that we saved. We incorporate in all that flavor from the meats. You don't know what time it is. Popping up, popping up, popping up. So we're gonna cover it and leave it to cook for 10 more minutes. So at this stage, our stew is done. We're gonna add in our meats. You don't know what time it is. Just look at that. And we're not even done yet. So as I said earlier on, if you do not want so much oil, you can just skim here I was gonna add some heat.